Yeah, man. Shout out to all the dudes that y'all righteous on paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's groovy. I was having a conversation with my little cousin and I was telling him about, you know what I'm saying, individuals that's on the internet and they got this whole thing where they be like Pookie and Ray Ray, Pookie and Ray Ray, Pookie and Ray Ray. Basically Pookie and Ray Ray is felons, unemployed individuals, you know what I'm saying, street people, so forth, so on, woo woo. But they got this whole thing to where they looking at it from a standpoint of why females keep having kids with dudes like that, or they keep engaging in relationships, or even engaging in sexual activity with individuals, you know what I'm saying, like this, versus an individual that has quote unquote, he's the package. You know what I'm saying? He's a high value man. You know what I'm saying? He has a good job, has his finances in order. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't have a bunch of kids running around all over the place. You know, John Q. Public. You know what I'm saying? Quote unquote quality black man, whatever, whatever. So they got this whole beef and riff where, you know what I'm saying? They talk about Pookie and Ray Ray and this, that, and the third, woo woo. But I'm just gonna break it down to you like this: you're a lame. And that's not to talk about you being square, because there's a difference between being square and being lame. I kick it with a lot of squares. I love squares. I love a square motherfucker. I promise you I do. I love a square motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about squares of duplex pack of graham crackers. I'm talking about motherfucker ain't with the smoke. Motherfucker ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, provoke. Motherfucker ain't trying to do nothing but have a good time. You know what I'm talking about, fellowship, and go the fuck on home. You know what I'm talking about? I love a square motherfucker. Don't get me wrong. But you're a fucking lame. You're not interesting. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no charisma. You have no magnetism. You know what I'm saying? You're not sure about yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have no confidence whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? It's just you're socially awkward, on and on to the motherfucking break of dawn. But what I'm saying to you is, my kind brother, fix your motherfucking self. Stop talking about us, quote unquote, Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that have been to the penitentiary and have been through an innumerable amount of obstacles and things of that nature that you have no motherfucking idea about, because everybody likes to talk about some shit until they go through it. Everybody likes to talk about pulling themselves up by the bootstraps and, oh, why he ain't doing this and why he ain't doing it. And I'm not saying that for me personally, because motherfucker, I get down with the get down. You see what I'm saying? As far as me, George, myself, motherfucker, ain't a fucking mountain I ain't climbed. And that go for the square world, that go for the legit world, that go for you motherfucking streets, that go for whatever the fuck you motherfuckers out here talking about. Yeah, I'm really him. And I don't like to get on here and exalt myself and do all that, because hey, this ain't about me. I'm talking about the whole of black society. So what I'm telling you dudes is this: work on yourself. Work on not being a trick. How about that? How about you don't move in the spirit of tricking? Yes, you know what I'm saying? How about you don't move in the spirit of just lame ass shit? And stop putting everything on us, like these females are just so dumb and stupid and this, that, and the third. Hey man, first of all, hey man, you're just lame. Like I can't say it any other way. You're just lame, because on paper you're the perfect guy. Like I said, you get the car that you want. You get the house that you want. You get the job that you want. You're making the finances that you're wearing the clothes that you want. You get the jewelry that you like. You know what I'm saying? But you can't get a bitch. You can't get a bitch. You cannot get a bitch. You can't get a bitch to save your life. You can't buy a bitch. You see what I'm saying? And that's just keeping it funky. You can't even buy a bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like real life, like the prostitutes don't even like, you know what I'm saying, turning dates with you. Like you're that fucking lame. Like they really despise you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know how to be courteous to a prostitute. If there is some courtesy with a prostitute for you tricks, I don't know how y'all do that. I'm not into that lifestyle. I'm another. Anyway, but point is, stop blaming everybody else. Stop blaming the black woman for not choosing you. Stop blaming the other black men that get chosen. You're a fucking lame. Take it to the altar. Take it to God. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know. But there's nothing that, you know what I'm saying? That we didn't do nothing to you. Me going to the penitentiary, me being a street dude since 10 years old, me, you know what I'm saying, going through whatever I've been through in life and still being able to knock females. And I don't even be playing my catch hand out here like that. Anybody that know me really know, man, George don't talk to no female like talking about. If you see him you see him. If you bump into me in life, that's just how we bump into each other. But as far as all that, just me jaying down and hey baby, man, fuck all that, man. I got other things. I got bigger fish to fry. You know what I'm talking about? Now, if you come to my circumference, you know what I'm talking about, and we get to rotating and demonstrating, you know what I'm talking about, in my conversation, you know what I'm talking about, I give you some motivation and some inspiration, you know what I'm talking about, you want to be on the location with a motherfucker to take you to the next plateau, you know what I'm talking about, we can do a little something, you know what I'm talking about, but I ain't gonna chase you. Believe in that. But anyway, I ain't gonna ramble on, just quick little something for y'all. But to you dudes out here, man, like I say, man, ain't nothing wrong with being square. Like I say, you can be square the duplex packet graham crackers, you know what I'm talking about? Just don't be no fucking lame, man. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, all that Pookie&RayRay shit, man, y'all need to stop that shit, man, because that shit really on some classism type shit. Or you need to really break that shit down, talking about who you talking about. Because a lot of that shit, y'all just be referencing and lumping people together like, oh, if you got felonies, oh, if you got more than one baby mama, oh, if you got them this, like, come on, bro. Motherfuckers be going through it. And with a lot of these dudes out here, before they even get old enough to understand the game, they're already fucked up in the game. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about motherfucker 200 yards behind and a 100-yard dash from the time you're born. Then you fuck around out here in these motherfucking streets and be done caught you a motherfucking case, 16, 17, 18, you know what I'm saying, years old, motherfucking, and they put your ass down. You see what I'm saying, for a month of Sunday. So I'm talking about, you know what I mean? That's another thing that's putting you behind. So when you come home, man, I don't give a fuck what no motherfucker. It take a different kind of cat. You see what I'm saying? To pull this shit together. And that's not no crush, no cop out. Hey, man, we all do what we do out here, man. And I'm talking about at the end of the day, I'm talking about when you get down, that's where a motherfucker gonna clown at. You know what I'm talking about? You gotta take accountability for what you do. That's not never me saying, excuse me, that dudes get no vouch or none of that. Just stop beating niggas down, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have a conversation about that, come to a man like a man. You don't have to get on the internet and bash niggas and talk about what niggas ain't, this and that. But it don't affect me. Like I say, you ain't talking about me at all. Motherfuckers, I done stood up in the paint, you know what I'm talking about, against all type of odds. You know what I'm talking about, nigga? I done worked square jobs. I done did this, did that, made it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about the brothers that haven't figured it out yet. The ones that have been through the system and they haven't figured out a way to transition into a life of squaredom, quote unquote. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, ain't nothing wrong with being square. Square is where the fuck it's at. You know what I'm saying? But that lame shit y'all be doing, bashing motherfuckers and all that, because you ain't getting chose on, boy, you's a bitch. Like, you's a whole bitch out here. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I don't understand it, but I see it. I'm attempting to understand the psychology. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I understand it can be quite frustrating. You see what I'm saying? Because on paper, you that guy. Like I say, you got the car that you want, you got the job that you want, you got the finance that you want. You see what I'm saying? You ain't got no felonies. You know what I'm talking about? All this shit, but you can't get a bitch. Like I say, because you're not interesting, sir. You have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? You literally come to this lady, and like I say, you have no motivation, you have no inspiration. You know what I'm saying? You have no real conversation. Hell, you don't really have nothing to talk about. You're just this vessel that goes out here and gets all these things to get a bitch. And that ain't no way to be living. You see what I'm saying? If you're going to get all this shit, get it for yourself. You know what I mean? But a lot of you dudes, y'all don't know nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you do is in the name of the bitch. You bought that car because the bitch. You see what I'm saying? They're all trinkets. You know what I'm saying? They're instruments to get the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Because if it was just left up to you, you wouldn't wash your ass. A lot of y'all. You would not wash your ass. If the bitch would allow you to just lay around and not wash your, a lot of you niggas wouldn't wash, shave, haircut, none of that shit. You niggas be running around this motherfucker like a woolly mammoth. And that's just keeping that shit a bean. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, it just is what it is. And like I say, I ain't no motherfucking supermodel. You look at my shit right now. I ain't got my glamour together. But you know what I'm talking about? This early in the morning on a Friday. Oh, yeah. You going to catch this motherfucking ism out here later on. Yeah, believe in that. But anywho, back to the basics. Yeah, man, get up off that lame shit, man. I don't know if you need to go see a therapist. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you need to do, man. But you need to get that hate up out your heart, man. I just dropped the old video. I was going through my Instagram, and it was an old video before it was the freshman report. I was gonna do a show called the OG Tyree Show. You know what I'm saying? I was just sitting outside one day, smoking cigarettes and one day. And yeah, but it was about motherfucker getting that hate about your heart, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about really praying and binding up that spirit of hate, man. I'm talking about real talk, man. You dudes need to stop that shit, man. Like I say, y'all looking good on paper. Like I say, you got all these things that's supposed to, you know what I'm saying, afford you the woman that you want, but it's not happening for you. You see what I'm saying? So instead of you looking into yourself and fixing self, you want to project that on to the street dude. Or the dude that you perceive to be the street dude. You see what I'm saying? And call us Pookie&RayRay and y'all keep having babies with Pookie&RayRay. Yeah, because Pookie&RayRay got a vision. Pookie&RayRay got a dream. Pookie and Ray gonna lay it on the line. Pookie and Ray gonna smack something. Nigga come over here disrespecting. You know what I'm talking about? She feels safe with Pookie and Ray. Pookie and Ray ain't with the bullshit. Pookie and Ray ain't gonna let a motherfucker disrespect and break them off no motherfucking bullshit at the stove. She ain't got to worry about that. Now, she may have to have some bomb money on deck for Pookie and Ray, but, you know, that part of the course. That's the cost of doing business. But anyway, like I said, I ain't going to ramble on, man. But real talk, man, as men, we got to stop this bullshit, man. We got to stop it. Hate out your heart, man. You know what I'm talking about? Like I say, take it to the altar. I don't know what you need to do. You go in the closet and pray 5 times. I don't know what the fuck you need to do. But don't be projecting that shit on to us, because that ain't gonna do nothing but cause more conflict within the black community. I'm joking and laughing, you know what I'm saying, about this shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's really a very serious thing, because it's a classism thing, you know what I'm saying? Because those that have or think they have is looking down on the ones that don't. You see what I'm saying? And then you looking at the way that I'm producing versus the way that you producing. You see what I'm saying? Because again, you're not getting chosen. You know what I'm saying? So now you have a disdain for me. So now you want to get me out the way. But what you're not realizing is getting me out the way still ain't going to get you chose. You can lock up every motherfucker like me, or those that have similarities, because ain't no motherfucker like this. But anyway, and you still ain't going to get chose. They're going to be out here scissoring and doing what most of them doing now. But anyway, hey, man, y'all be cool. Y'all be cool, man. Like I say, log on, you know what I'm talking about, YouTube/Fraction Report. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just on here kicking a little ism right now. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to be talking about some political things later on. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, just a little social situation I just been peeping. You dig what I'm saying? But like I say, hey, man, quit playing with that like button too, man. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all can hit that little bell or whatever so y'all can get the notifications and all that old fly shit, man. Like I said, I'm just starting this shit. Bear with me, you dig what I'm saying? But quit playing with that motherfucking like button, man. Like, straight up and down, man. You dig what I'm saying? Like, for real, I ain't asking y'all for no cash apps, no PayPals. I ain't even set up no Patreon yet. You know what I mean? None of that type shit, you know what I mean? But come on with that like button so my shit can get out here in that motherfucking algorithm. And like I say, once it builds up and we get to a certain point where we got, you know what I'm saying, a certain amount of people, we can start doing lives and start sharing information as far as, you know what I'm saying, different things that we could be doing as far as to better our communities wherever we may be at and get to networking. And I'm talking about on some serious, real activism. You know what I'm saying? I like to get on here and pop a little shit and give y'all a little entertainment, a little junk, you know what I mean? But on the real deal, you know what I'm talking about, we really hear about some activism. So till next time, man, y'all be cool, man. Keep your nose clean.